In this video, we dive deep into the world of football, where precision meets the pitch. I'm Tikki, and I'll be talking to a man whose expertise has revolutionized a seemingly simple aspect of the game, the throw-in. Meet Thomas Gronnemark, a football throw-in specialist coach. From the training grounds to the biggest stadiums, Gronnemark's insights have reshaped how teams view and execute this often overlooked skill.
How are you, Thomas?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good. It's an honor to have you.
Yes, it's also an honor for me to be here. So I'm a professional throwing coach. I work with what I call the long, fast, and clever throwing. So all in all throwing situations and things you can imagine, both the throw, the space creation, the movement of the players, and I'm working all around the world. So yeah.
That's amazing. Thomas, you were recruited in the season that Liverpool won the Champions League 2018-2019, right?
Yeah, that's right. Jürgen Klopp, he called me directly on the phone in July 2018. And yeah, the next 5 years I was there, we won every title that you can possibly win as a club team. So I think some people will say it was some quite successful years.
Thomas, can I ask you something? Why does first off, explain to us, what do you do? What is a throw-in coach? And we all know throw-ins, they're supposed to be pretty easy on the eye, right? You just need to throw the ball to your team player. What's there to
Yeah,
coach?
and that yeah.
Explain us the
So
concept.
that's yeah. Here's the big challenge here is that it's actually not so easy. It's actually really hard because most teams they lose the ball in more than 50% of the occasions when they have a throw in under pressure where the players are marked. So a thing that might seem easy is actually really hard. So the best teams in the world they're really bad at throw-ins. So that's where I help them. So I work with as I told about before, my long, fast, and clever throwing philosophy. So to break it down just really fast, you're welcome to ask more afterwards. So the long throwing is to improve the player's throwing length. And here I improve most of my players with 5 to 15 meters. And you can use that long throwing either to use it as a set piece weapon to score on long throw-ins, or you can also just use it to improve the throwing area of the team so they can throw to more teammates. Then we have the fast throw-in. That's both to react fast, get the ball fast, throw the ball fast if there's a good option. But fast throw-ins is also counter-attack throw-ins because you can't be offside on the throw-in. And fast throw-ins is also to mark the opponent's players when the opponents have a throw-in. And then all in all, you can say that clever throw-ins, that's about space creation. How can you create space in different places of the pitch? So you can either keep the ball, keep possession, create a chance to score a goal after throwing situation. So when I'm working in the clubs, I'm tailor-making my throwing coaching to the club's playing style, to the club's formation, and after the wishes of the coaches and the club. So yeah, that's to cook it really down, really fast and short. That's what I do in the professional clubs.
Okay. And would you like to tell us about your Throw-in Academy? You help football coaches all around the world. So if any young coaches are looking at this video and they're thinking, gee, I want to get into football coaching, but I don't know where to specialize in because football throw-ins, you are a specialist throw-in coach. So would you like to expand on your Throw-in Academy?
I've been doing an online course where you can learn my throwing philosophy step by step. And already now there are coaches from 30 different countries, 4 continents, who've rolled into my online program. So the most important thing for me is not to win titles. Of course, that's fantastic. I've been a part of 14 titles in international football with 6 different clubs. But the most important for me is to change the football world so we get much better throw-ins.
So you, uh, you, so when Liverpool hired you, when Jurgen Klopp called you, you Liverpool went from 18th in the Premier League at throw-in possession under pressure to first. How does that work? What did you do? And I'm
Yeah,
looking at a stat that Liverpool scored 13 goals after throw-in situations in the 2019-2020 season, the season in which they won the Premier League. So obviously you had a massive hand.
yeah, if you're better at throw-ins, it has a massive impact. And the main reason is that, first of all, there are normally 40 to 60 throw-ins in a match, and you're using approximately 20 minutes on throw-in related situations. So some people think throw-ins, oh, it's such a small thing. No, it's a gigantic thing. It's only because we have been underestimating throw-ins for 150 years of football. So that's the reason why it means a lot. And so much. So back again to your question. What I also did with Liverpool was that I I of course changed the throw-in game, and Liverpool were like many other top teams also today doing the wrong things. For example, they were doing some typical mistakes. For example, throwing the ball to a receiver too close. It means you're making the pitch small. They're throwing a lot of balls down the line in a big bunch of people. Then there is bigger risk that the opponents will win the duel. Things like that. And they had no strategy, even though Jurgen Klopp said we tried to do something, but it didn't work. So I just started with Liverpool players, like I do with any other players, to work with the basic things first, like different throw-in tools, learn to create space as a team, learn to scan when you're creating space. Of course, also to take the ball from the opponents when they have a throw-in. Then I build on top of that, like small-sided games, both with theme related, but also zone related. And then on top of that, again, the third level, that's like what can you do in the different zones, both with, of course, the strategy in general, but also training on the pitch in one of the three zones. So so to be really bad at throw-ins like Liverpool were, to be probably the best throw-in team in the world. It's of course it's not easy, but if you have the knowledge like I have, then I won't say it's easier for me, but easy for me, but I'll just say that I have so much knowledge that coaches around the world, no matter what level they have, they don't have, because I've been a throwing coach for 20 years. Imagine I've been working with this for 20 years. Then you have a big head start around, how can you say, the knowledge. So that's the reason why I can make a big change for the best football teams in the world, but also youth and amateur teams too.
Tell us which players, Ajax, Liverpool, Toulouse, Brentford, all combined, which players did you work closely with, and which players did you improve? Which players did you, in your opinion, improve their throw-ins and, they really took your advice?
I think, first of all, it's really important that a lot of times when people say who improved the most, a lot of people are like looking at who improved the long throw in. Of course, you can measure that, but for me, of yes, you can talk about that. But for me, it's even more important to look at how did you improve as a team with the fast and clever throw-ins. Because sometimes, yes, you can think, oh, it's about the thrower. No, it's about the whole team. So when I coached Liverpool for 5 years, I coached the whole team. When I coached Ajax, it was actually the same time as Liverpool. I'll not say a best player. I'll rather say a really good team. And of course, that'll probably be Liverpool, not only because of all the titles we won, Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, World Championship for clubs, but also because I got the chance to work with them for 5 years. But again, some teams I work a little bit with them, other teams I work for years. For example, Toulouse 3 years, Brighton 3 years, Brentford, it's my fourth year here, Liverpool 5 years. So sometimes I come to just a visit for 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and other times I work for years. So yeah.
Thomas, is there anything you'd like to say?
Now I'll just say that if anyone who listens to this want to can say know more about throwing coaching, they're welcome to go into throwinacademy.com. That's my homepage, and you can, of course, buy my online courses. You're also welcome to invite me to visit here. I'm not only working with the big clubs. Sometimes it's also smaller clubs who invited me. For example, there was a small Icelandic club who wasn't even pro, who invited me like not long time ago. So no matter where you are in the world, you can invite me. I can also go to national federations and so on, do courses for the coaches there. And on my homepage, throwinacademy.com, I also have some free drills that people can pick up if they hear this. So and of course the online course is also an option. So I'll just say that my biggest goal is to change the football world so we have better throw-ins. So yeah, so I just hope to inspire as many people as possible.
Thank you, Thomas Gronnemark, for joining us, and hopefully we'll bug you even more for future videos.
Yes, thanks a lot. It was a big pleasure.